Ole, welcome to WA. What have you made of Perth so far?
It's been very good so far, I have to say. Obviously, now we're just getting over the jet lag. It's time now for having a little bit of an afternoon off for the boys as well, so they can see more. We've just been training, to be honest, and I'm not a big cricket fan, but some of my staff and players are big cricket fans, and it's great to be able to train on this fantastic stadium. I've been told all about the Ian Botham 78, 6 for 78, and so they're proud Englishmen that are talking about this stadium, and I've heard a lot about it.
Do you have any plans to see any of the sites here, maybe Rottnest Island? And do you know what a quokka is? Have you ever heard of a quokka?
We'll definitely have time to explore a little bit more, but at the moment we just, as I said, getting over the jet lag and training. And sorry for Marcus being late, because session was a little bit longer, and very good by the way. So he'll have some treatment and come back soon.
Will you be having a look at Optus?
Say again?
Will you be going and have a look at Optus?
I will before the game, yes. Our ground staff is there today, and it's just outside my hotel window, so I see the lights every night. It looks a fantastic stadium.
Ole, welcome back as manager of Manchester United. I mean, there's a whole list of questions. You're expecting all of them, I know.
I know, yeah. It's been a long summer, hasn't it?
It has. Plenty to talk about.
Yeah.
Mino Raiola had plenty to talk about last week about Paul Pogba, said that conversations have been had between him and the club. He said, Paul Pogba himself said it might be time for a new challenge. What's the fact of the matter from where you're sitting in terms of Paul Pogba?
Well, there's been loads of talks and speculations, of course, about all our players, or many of our players, both ins and outs. And for me, it's business as usual. When you're at Man United, you expect all these things to pop up in the summer. And of course, I've been in touch with Paul, spoken to Rom, spoken to Rashi, Jesse. I've spoken to all the players more or less over the summer. As you do, you keep in touch with them. And as far as I'm aware, and up till now, we don't have any bids for any of our players. So there's no reason to say other than Paul or most of our players got long contracts. We are Man United, we don't have to sell players. So but what I have to say though is about some of the players, that Paul, for example, it looks like it's going to be it's a media, I don't want to call it but it's an agenda against Paul. He's a top bloke. He's a great professional. He's never been any problems. He's got a heart of gold. And Jesse and, for example, Jesse and Paul yesterday walking around, and it's been portrayed as it's a fight between the two boys. And I know that's you're here to sell papers and sell stories, but that's nothing, no problems between the boys at all. So, and they're all professional. Pre-season been very, very good so far.
There's genuinely not an agenda against Paul Pogba, but when his agent comes out and says that he wants out, and when Paul says I'm looking for a new challenge, we have to report it, and we feel it's disrespectful to the club for them to say that.
Well, I'm here to talk about the whole team and the pre-season and the season coming. What I will say is Paul's never put himself out of the team. He always wanted to play. He's always given his best, and I can't report anything but that agents talk all the time, and as I said, we've not had any bids from any clubs. That's all I can say about this matter. Then we can.
Ole, after the Barcelona game, you said that the club needed to be ruthless in terms of the work they needed to do with the squad, and big decisions would have to be made. As we sit here today, from the general group of that time, and Herrera's gone, you've brought two younger players, admittedly for a lot of money in. A lot of fans are saying, where's this ruthlessness? Where are these big decisions? Because it looks very much the same as it was before.
Yeah, I can see your point, but doing business in the football market is not going to be like a quick fix overnight. And we got players here who I trust. They're fantastic players. There's loads of players here that I know that's going to be successful at this club. And we've signed two, as you say, Dan and Aaron. Fantastic, you know, with the speed, with the hunger, with quality that will be part of that. And it's not like, well, I'm coaching them, I'm managing them here. The business side of it is that you just you have to be in the market, and as I said, at the moment we don't have any offers for our players.
Ole, is it a concern for you that Paul comes out and says it might be time for a new challenge, and you said it towards the end of last season that players, it has to mean more to them, they need to be prepared to sacrifice themselves. He doesn't seem to be giving, he's not giving that impression with what he's saying and what his agent is saying. Is that a concern for you?
For me, Paul's never been a concern for me. When he's on the pitch, he's working hard, he's professional, he's a true professional, and he's a proud boy. Same answer again. I can't be sitting here talking about Paul all the time and what agents are saying. We've got a few years left of his contract, and for me, he's been fantastic when he's come back in training.
I know you said that agents talk, etc., but it can't be helpful to you, can it, that he does come out and make this repeated claim, Mino Raiola, sort of twice in the space of 5 days?
Well, I'm not just talking about Mino Raiola. There's loads of agents out there, and of course they've got clients that they're looking after, so they can look after their clients. We've got players and a team that I've got to look after, and we've got to manage. And for us, we know last year was disappointing. But we know also what we have to aim for this year. And the club here, we've got a chance of course, we've got to close the gap to the top teams in the league, because we ended up 6th in a very competitive league. But then again, we've got trophies to play for, and that's what Man United is about, bouncing back after a disappointing season. And pre-season so far has been very, very encouraging. So I'm looking forward to the games when the league starts up. I'm sure we're going to have a good team, a Man United team that's going to challenge, and we're going to have players who are going to give everything for Man United.
Not just Paul, Ole, but what's your stance in general on players that seemingly don't want to stay at the club, in terms of how you handle that going forward?
Well, as long as they're here, they're professionals, they work, and as long as they're here working, giving everything they've got, agents and everyone else can talk, and we've got their own talks behind the scenes. And I'm not going to tell you what we've been talking about, as you would probably imagine.
Ole, you've obviously got 2 new signings here. You've got about a month left of the window. Have you got an idea of how many more you'd like before the deadline?
Yeah, we do. We're still in the market and looking to do some business, as I've said before. So, but we're patient, and as I said, we're Man United. We don't have to sell, but we're Man United. But we don't have to overpay either. You have to have the right players for the right price, and if we look at the squad we've got now, there's so many good players there anyway that I'm sure will, with a good pre-season behind us, that's the main thing now. The ones who are here, we're working hard. They want to improve. It's not just a fitness work. It's about robustness. This squad will have to be more robust when the season gets going. Last year we had a run of 10, 12, 13, 14 games. I don't remember how many, without any defeats, but the end, that was disappointing, because we couldn't get ourselves back into winning ways, and we're working on that.
Simon?
If you look on the lineups, especially United's squad,
You know, the passion in our fans is fantastic, and of course they want us to be successful. The loudest ones are probably not the greatest fans or the best fans. And I don't really get too much of it. Karen sends me once in a while a little note, but for me, when I'm out there and speaking to fans, they're all very positive. Of course, they want to see us win again, and that's what we have to say, that we've got to get back to winning trophies, and that's our aim this season.
Ollie, the Premier was saying that we beat off the competition from Victoria, which is great.
Yeah.
The state definitely gets something out of your visit.
Yeah.
Commercially, you meet your fan base over here. But in terms of preparation for a new season, surely it can't be the best thing coming to the other side of the world.
Well, I think the boys have done well in the sessions that we've done. Of course, if you're at Carrington, training ground all the time, working in your normal environment, sometimes that goes stale. Sometimes when you go away, you get new enthusiasm, energy, and for us coming here, yeah, we know it's a long way to go, but that's part of being at Man United. We are the biggest club in the world. We do have supporters all around the world, and for me, I'm used to it. I played here for 11 years. I'm used to that pre-season. It's going to be hard. It's going to be, as I said, about robustness. Yeah, when we come back, we might have a little bit of a jet lag, but you have to get over it. That's how it is at the top.
Ollie, how much are you expecting from your forwards next season? I think Paul was the top scorer in 16 last season. I think Marcus only got 13 the second season running. Are you expecting them to be more prolific next season?
We had 4 players over in double figures. Of course, that's great. We don't rely on one to score 30, 40 goals. But of course, you want our forwards. You got Anthony, Rom, Marcus. You got Alexis chipping in more. Mason's, he's due a breakthrough. I think Dan James is going to chip in with goals. And the more players you get in double figures, great. If you can get a prolific one, if you can get someone up to 20, Marcus and Anthony, Rom, they've got 20 goals in them. So let's see who hits form, because potential is one thing. If you get into the rhythm, if you saw the end of last session yesterday, was Mason's bang, 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 3 chances, 3 goals against Cardiff. He could have had 5 goals. He didn't score. So it's just a striker who gets into a good vein of form will score goals.
Okay, last question. James? James?
Yeah.
Looking at him as a genuine competition.
Mason will definitely play more games, and he's grown over the summer. I think his confidence has grown a lot after that Cardiff game, because he was our best player in that game.
Okay, last question.
Ollie, you understand David De Gea is offered an improved contract. Do you think David's close to signing a new deal here now? And just from Alexis, I know he's not coming on tour, but we've got a hamstring injury, we've got for America. Have you got any indication of how serious or not serious that is?
I don't think Alexis' injury was too bad. When he's due back, 3 weeks after the last game, so just when we come back from tour here, he's due back. I would expect him to be fit enough to play straight away and train straight away. David has had a summer now where he's been negotiating and thinking about his contract, so we hope that we're going to get it sorted soon.
Pretty optimistic now.
I'm positive. Of course, with David, I've said many a time how lucky I am and how happy we are to have him in the goal. So we hope that he stays here for many years.
Okay, guys, thank you.
Okay.
Cheers. Thank you.